All right, I'm about ready to do my engine oil change, and there are things that you need to have in order to do the change. First of all, for my truck, 6.7 liter, you need the oil. This is by far my favorite one, the T6 5W40. Matter of fact, it's the only thing I've been using. You need to make sure it meets the specification for the truck, and it's right here. Now I can't find it. There it is. I'm looking too high. Right there. It's the Ford WSS-M2C171-F1. That's the oil spec. It says it's good according to Ford. I guess they had trouble with other companies. I also use the Arch Oil Friction 91 AR 9100, and I literally buy it by the gallon. Okay, and then I reuse the little containers. It has right there, it says it reduces engine noise, basically bearings, protects engine during cold starts, reduces wear. I don't know, could be snake oil, but it seems to work, and it works real well with my older equipment with the hydraulic lifters. I don't know exactly how that works. And also there's a fuel additive I use, and that fixes problems with my lifters. In order to do the operation, you need oil filters, in this case two. A EA 100 BP, okay, EA BP 100. That is the 2-micron filter. It's the big guy. They say I replace it each time. I just bought a whole bunch more. Went on to Amazon, not Amazon, went on to Amsoil, became a member again, and then bought 10 or 12 filters. This is my last EA 026 filter right there, and I went to Napa, my local Napa, told them I need you to spec one out that will fit and replace this, and this is what he gave me. It's the 1459 Napa Gold, and physically they're about the same. Looking here, the gasket's about the same. This has 6 holes that are smaller. This has 5 holes that are slightly larger. I forget the relief pressure on this one. I had 2 choices, and this is the one I chose. I think it had a slightly lower pressure. You can see just on the inside, this has a silicone flap, just like this has a valve. This has a silicone valve as well. Okay, so I have this one in case I run into a problem. Other than that, I'll be buying the more 1459s. Okay, and I'm going to pre-fill these with oil. In order to do my change in particular, I need a larger oil filter. Boy, okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to need a large filter wrench and a smaller filter wrench, which is large. This is extra large. In the case of my pickup truck, I have installed a device, Schrader valve, to remove the oil, and you'll see me do that. I also need to get one of my sample kits for the oil so I can send it in to make sure that, see if I have any dying engines here. The engine has 86,000 miles on it and runs just like the day I bought it, and that's not an exaggeration. All right, let me stop the recording and go warm up the truck and bring it in to get my oil changed. And you can see it uses a lot of oil. Okay, let's take a look here. What you're seeing are the two filters, filter 1, filter 2, that I'm going to take off. And I'm aiming, you'll see 3 pans here that I'm going to move forward. What I'm trying to do is to set this up so you can see where I'm going to connect it. Standing and sitting on the train. Got the radio on, I'm sorry. There was a rider with an open bottle of wine, and he was yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs and waving his bottle of wine around. It was insane. It was filthy, it was dirty, it was smelly, and it was very intimidating. There you go. I won't ride it again.
I really like it if people would stop using the word homeless, because obviously trains are drug addicts and transients. They're not homeless. They chose to be homeless. So the homeless part is done. This is calm.
Okay, let's see. Is that any better? Yeah, you can see that spot there. Zoomed out as far as I can.
People having a right to that, especially when it comes to housing. The word I wish our politicians would use, the word responsibility.
You see a drop coming, that's from the air conditioner.
For your own house. I'm sick and tired of people always just looking
Okay.
to get them out of their problems.
Hey, that excerpt of the fresh material. Oh my God, that was.
See if I can work myself in here. I'm not?
Phenomenally bad. We're telling.
Okay.
Hey, Johnny Ken, I've been
I really want to make this work for you.
I'm an electrical engineer. One of the reasons why power lines initially were suspended high in the air was because of capacitance. So that creates an extra load on the system. Nowadays, I think we have technology to counteract that. Back when electricity was invented, that was more of an issue. Not insulating them was just cheap. Part of ours.
Okay. Moving in close. As tall as my truck is, unfortunately. Okay. It's a spot. I have my little bottle that I'm going to fill up. So here's pan 1. The way this fitting works is it's hand tight. I Loctite it in. This is the, I call this the $1 million pan. If it breaks, they take the little one off and just see how much junk is in it. And all that's directly what the estimate's going to be when you get a new engine. And I'm certain it'll be $20,000 by the time this engine goes. Okay, this spins till the Schrader valve goes. Then the oil starts coming. And then I just let it drain.
Was a better governor? Is that possible? What's the matter? Newsom? Better? Newsom sucks. Thank you for the
Let me see if I can tilt the camera.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to do.
Maybe I can, and that's what you're seeing, the hose at the end, and that's what I'm going to connect up to. So I'll fast forward through a lot of this because you're not listening to it. But literally have these pans. This holds 13.1 quarts, or 13 quarts. And so you can see it's nice, black and dark. Soot.
Okay, on that note.
But everything should be less than 2 microns. So let me get my sample bottle ready.
Nobody ever tells me.
Ready?
Oh, he's not doing the show too.
Squeeze the tube, stop it, get my sample.
There's a lot of communication.
All right, well, we're just going to say goodbye.
Okay, got my sample, and then I just let it go.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm clean, less the water landing on me.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time. But our own...
Now I got my hot sample.
No.
right there.
And those are tomorrow.
It's easy as pie.
Why are they like every 3 months?
Anything? It's right.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, look, how many years have you guys been in town?
Good against the virus.
There's
Science drug blocks an enzyme.
Okay, is this any better?
It's still found to cut hospitalization.
I think maybe it is. Look at that. Okay, it looks like it's recording. Here are the 2 filters.
Second round, that strong.
Got my gloves,
It's just not 100% shut.
because these are warm. Hot, actually.
Good for people 12 and older who are considered at higher risk.
And it's going to be a mess. And what I don't want to do is to
65 and older.
lose them. So to spin this off, the first one goes this way.
I think it's that way. It's kind of like Tamiflu. Tamiflu is,
Okay.
but you have to take it
It's really not that hard.
Same thing with zinc lozenges. The zinc lozenges stop the virus from replicating.
Now the smaller one.
But if you wait more than a couple of days, it doesn't do any good. And it's out of hand.
Yeah, one of the doctors in the study, or in the article, said that most people have a great experience with it. I had one patient that had a rebound, but the rebound was much milder symptoms. Minimal compared to the first one
Hey,
of COVID. So it's a story that
and I'm struggling for no mess.
goes beyond it, but it still shows you we don't know everything. Well, you know, and medical people have to show confidence, but it drives me crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
You have to convince people, even if you don't fully believe it, you have to convince people.
Well,
Don't convince.
And this is why doing my own oil and stuff, I kind of enjoy it. I'm laying here relaxing.
depends on pushing packs with
You listen to the radio,
it's only in a half-assed way. They have
and
Yeah, I've been writing 20,000 prescriptions a day.
fortunately the sun cloud decided to get in between us and the
This is why
sun.
vaccines normally take years and years. All this stuff's been rushed. So that's why vaccine its effectiveness is tapered off. Produced, that's our purpose.
That is our purpose, right. Otherwise, there's no use for this. That's why we want to.
That's right. Otherwise, why would we be here? That's why, that's why you feel that way so often.
Right, more coming up.
John and Ken can't fight.
Yeah, Steve Gregory, good morning. Clock update us on the
All right.
story. A 70-year-old man was set on fire by a homeless woman on Metro. He has an update to give us, and we'll talk to him at 3:05. Today, with the Russia-Ukraine story, Congress has okayed $40 billion in new aid to Ukraine. That's a sizable amount. While Russia says it sent 900 Ukrainian soldiers to a prison camp, a prison colony in the Russia-controlled part of Ukraine. Now that's what they said they're doing with the prisoners there. That sounds like
Okay, at least I caught it last time, and these are relatively heavy.
pretty much along bipartisan lines. There were a few dissenters who don't get this right, but spend that much money, the country's got its own problems. But anyway, on top of that, another story that's popped up is the idea that Finland and Sweden are going to join NATO. And we mentioned this the other day, all 30 NATO countries have to agree. If one of them says no, they have the power of veto. That sounds pretty tough. And the country that has stood up and said no, although they think they can work this out, is Turkey. Turkey has a particular problem with Sweden, claiming that that country has been supporting groups
Okay.
that Turkey considers to
You can see what a mess that is. Now
Is supporting terrorist groups.
Yes.
we're in the wait mode.
Well, I gotta hear more.
I wonder if I can wash these gloves or I can soak them. I guess I'll see.
The Turkish government, Sweden is supporting something called the Syrian Kurdish People's Defense Units, or YPG. They also claim that that Sweden is actually giving them arms and money. I don't know why they would do that. It says here that Swedish weapons are showing up in the hands of these PKK people, and apparently there had been fights between Turkey and this group for years, resulting in the deaths of thousands of people.
Says here that they're an ethnic group, and they live in the mountain regions of Kurdistan. It's called Kurdistan, but it actually stretches from Turkey to Iran, Iraq, and Syria. And it's like this ethnic enclave within these other nations.
Yeah, the real group is called the Kurdistan Workers' Party, or PPK, an armed group in Syria that Turkey sees an extension as a PKK. Turkey's conflict with this group has killed tens of thousands of people since 1984. And they're claiming that Sweden supports this group with arms, with money. Also, Turkey accuses Sweden and Finland of harboring the followers of Fethullah Gulen. I remember that group. Fethullah Gulen, a US-based Muslim cleric. Remember that guy? It's a guy, right? Who the Turkish government blames for an attempted...
Okay, I don't know if you can see up there or not, but
remember that story? We did that
it's a beautiful machined interface on the panel.
Calling the shots to overthrow the Turkish president, and his name is Fethullah Gulen.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
I think he's like in Pennsylvania, supposedly.
Yeah. No, they've been fighting with the Kurds for a long time. I remember driving down Wilshire Boulevard some years ago. Maybe it was around that time, and there was like a Kurdish protest.
Okay.
The Kurds were complaining, the Turks were bullying them. And,
Oh yeah.
So you can see it? Yeah, you can see them. See how nice and bright they are?
It's been claimed over the years.
Okay,
They've had like an ongoing...
One in the back has the blockage. There's a block thing right there. I don't know if you can see it, a brass fitting that slows it from pumping as fast as it can. And the other one has the just regular fitting. It passes most of the fluid. It's like 10% or so is what I read. And this is a BMK 28 setup. And this interface here that bolts into there is what I got from Paul Smith. And it's a great device. I love it.
NATO chief thinks though they can work this
So, let me go clean up just a little. I'll leave the camera rolling. I don't know how much memory I have, but
push the whole idea to get
got a better memory card coming.
There's millions in Turkey, so they're sizable force.
Meanwhile, I think this had come up before. I remember a story a few weeks ago that a Ukrainian man was interviewed, and he said that Russian soldiers invaded his home, and one of them apparently stole his cell phone, and now he can track where the Russian troops are, because he basically uses the tracking device to figure out where his phone is. And apparently this can be a problem for the Russian military. Supposedly, when Russian troops cross into Ukraine, their cell phones emit a roaming signal that connects to Ukraine's cellular network, allowing the Ukrainians to try.
Well, yeah, if you go on the website and there's no names and it's PO box.
You can find the people behind it.
Guess I'm practicing getting up and down.
Well, yeah, because you should.
Okay, it still says recording.
These mailers aren't free.
Right, they want to be. It could be fun.
Oh, crud, come on.
Tech billionaire. Right. Who wants to cause mayhem? It says.
Oh, you think so?
It says these endorsements are sold to the highest bidder, and this slip has become a home for anti-law enforcement interess to dupe well-intentioned voters. This is again according to.
But it's not singling out this one.
Oh yeah, you're talking about this one.
You are talking about cops order?
Yeah, we're talking about.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's the Sheriff's Employees Benefit Association. They spoke out on this 2 years ago.
Okay, golly. Okay.
Sheriff's Department in San Bernardino County.
I got another suspicious link today. Californians for Solutions to Homelessness and Mental Health Support. I just looked at that website. It's on the mailer, and I don't know. They claim there's going to be a ballot measure that guarantees millions of dollars to fight homelessness. Oh, great. No money for the homeless.
No more money. I'm voting no on.
Oh, well, here's the supporters. One of them's Libby Shad.
Well, there you go.
I don't like it already. She supports the initiative.
Well, she's a crackpot. I mean, she's got tons of money. She's mayor of Oakland, tons of money, and we just did a story this week that homelessness is way up in Oakland. No,
Yes, they have the highest in the Bay Area.
Their failures They know they're failing. They don't care.
Okay, 1459 Napa.
And expand their
Fit fine.
industrial complex empire and get more.
Just not used to it being pretty and white because the Amsoil ones are black. You'll see the next one here in a second.
Metro Rail passenger was set on fire. Steve Gregory came on and talked about it right after it happened. He's come back now a couple of weeks later with an update. We'll talk to him next.
John and Ken Show, and Deborah Mark has the news, KFI, and 640.
And now an update on what some analysts and reporters are calling the Great Resignation and the upside of it all. Head to the App Store or Google Play and download Upside. Enter code HACK to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use code HACK.
Everybody's talking about water. How can you improve the water in your home? A Life Source whole house.
These are mostly filled.
Love it. A Life Source whole house water system connects directly to your plumbing, removes chlorine, chloramines, and other harsh chemicals, and reduces problems caused by hard water. You can turn on any tap in our house.
And you can see the black Amsoil filter.
Call 800-803-2696. LifeSourceWater.com. 800-803-2696. Life Source Water. Taste and feel the difference.
It's Landers McClarty Nissan's #1 Memorial Day event. A special selection of pre-owned and certified Nissans priced to sell fast. All with the Landers McClarty Nissan Advantage warranty. Your easy pass to more for your trade is at LandersMcClartyNissanHuntsville.com or stop in for our best offers of the year. Sales on Sunday. The #1 Nissan.
All right.
Landers McClarty.
So now the next important step. Okay, before I go pouring 13 quarts of oil, is to pull off. Oh, come on, Shane. I love you, but work with me, okay? Please work with me. Okay, I'm gonna, what I'm going to do next is to remove the oil right there that's slowly dripping, and then fill it up and start it. And I'm not going to show you that. Thank you for watching.